Like, dude, you went to Georgia. Like, there's definitely places like that.
I'm sure, yeah, but all the places that I seen had niggas in it, so I wasn't getting called no nigger by no nigger. So, roll.
Word is it? We are live again.
Back at it again, man.
Back at
Another
it again.
Tuesday. Oh, next Tuesday is Christmas Eve. I ain't ready for none of it, man. I ain't buying no presents. Not a stinking one. I bought one present.
Yeah, I didn't realize that shit. I didn't realize that next week's actually Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
It's my sister's birthday 2 days ago. And
Fucking
shit.
fast.
Yeah, man.
Holiday don't wait for nobody, man.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting month though, for some really odd reason. It's like, am I crazy?
Honestly, it doesn't feel like December.
It doesn't feel like
It
Christmas.
doesn't feel like the whole winter aesthetic. It doesn't feel like any of that. It doesn't feel like the year's about to end. It doesn't feel like the holiday's about to come up. It doesn't feel like any of that, bro.
Does it feel like it came to like a standstill for some reason? Like that's what it felt like to me. It didn't feel like
time came to a standstill.
Yeah, it felt like kind of like time like paused for a second, or whatever the fuck.
I don't know. I don't feel like time paused, but I feel like this last little bit of the year is taking its time to get here.
Yeah,
Like I feel like the year has gone by pretty fast, and now we get into like the last month, season.
I would disagree. I don't think this year went by that fast for me.
Man, I tell you,
in general,
the summertime went by like in a flash, literally.
I don't think it did actually. It felt so much longer than I expected it. It's like that's that weird like disconnect with people or whatever the fuck. But on a different side note, bro, what's your opinion about this fucking drones that's happening like all over the state now?
I have no comments.
Like that's just fucking terrifying, isn't it,
bro? I am terrified by no damn drone. That shit ain't scary.
What do you mean you're not terrified of a drone?
Randall, what threat does that have on my actual? Like, they don't cause any actual threat to people.
Are they not weaponized? Or
hell no. Why would they?
Or can they not be?
Randall, they're not weaponized. No.
Oh, all right. Well,
that thing's too light to even carry anything.
No. Apparently, the drones that they're seeing now is apparently are big or as big as.
No,
cars.
they're definitely big, but they're not
though.
built to hold. No, they're not bigger than cars.
Someone said that apparently on the news.
They're not bigger than cars, Randall. If I could lay one of these folding chairs down, it might be bigger than that folding chair. Yeah.
That's it.
Or maybe as big as one of them seats over there. But no, nowhere near as big as a car. Absolutely not.
All right, then the news is lying because some lady on the news said that somebody told her that they're as big as a vehicle or some shit like that.
Yeah, stop listening to fucking Karens on the news. They don't know what the fuck they.
No, it was a reporter that said that because someone told her that.
Was she a fucking Karen?
No.
Who told her that?
I don't know.
Probably a fucking Karen. That's what I'm saying. Stop listening to Karens, and you would know some right information.
So what are they really for? Like, are they for kind of like?
No, I don't know what they're for.
No. Not what someone is doing for them. Like, what are drones generally used for? Like, I really ever found out about.
They're
used. A few years ago.
They're pretty much used for entertainment. They can be used for camera purposes. Like if I wanted to get a shot from like way up there type of thing, I can get it with the drone type of thing. They're definitely good for aerial shots. I guess if you lost something somewhere where you couldn't necessarily go walk to look for it, you could use a drone to kind of find it.
So it's pretty much kind of like almost like recording and like
it's like a camera that you're able to move more freely than your regular camera. Yeah, that's basically what I would equivalent it to. Is a camera that moves.
And they use those in war sometimes, right?
Yeah, but the drones that they use in war are much different than the drones that we have that you can buy at the
like being weaponized,
Walmart.
right? Or
I mean, but if you're looking, the drones that they use in the army are bigger than cars, Randall. Yes, they're obviously big as fuck because they're meant to hold missiles. Yeah, type of shit. The shit you buy from fucking Best Buy is not gonna hold. It's not gonna be.
They sell them at Best Buy.
You can buy a drone at Best Buy. Absolutely.
Really?
It might cost you like $1,000. Yeah.
Damn, that's expensive.
I mean, it's a 4K camera that's up in the sky and you can move it all over the place. Feel me? Some people use drones for racing type of shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because my barber actually was telling me that he has a drone, and I kind of asked him like, well, because he started going off where it's the way that they're flying them, like it's obviously by a professional, because like he has a drone and flying it himself is like beyond difficult.
No, it definitely takes practice.
The controls are so weird and shit like that.
It definitely takes practice to be able to move a drone properly. I don't know who's flying these drones and for what purposes. They're definitely gonna end up getting themselves in trouble if they keep flying in no-fly zones. That's really what the issue is.
But aren't there like a lot of them though? People are like finding like apparently like double-digit ones. Since
I don't know how many people have been seeing. I don't know. I just know. I've definitely seen all the reports of people seeing drones. I've definitely looked out the window and seen drones flying in the sky myself. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know what their purpose is for flying frequently as they are.
Here's a question: what do you think your deepest conspiracy theory about that is? If you had to think of one,
if I could think of a deep conspiracy on what somebody's doing with those drones, they're probably being perverts. Not gonna lie, they're probably being perverts.
That's it? Because you don't think it's like surveillance from like another country and shit like that?
No,
like,
absolutely not.
Not that far of conspiracy?
Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely
not at all?
No.
Not at
surveillance
all.
from another country.
Not even a possibility.
There was this stinking ass rumor that there was a mothership for all these drones
from Iran
off the East Coast from Iran. That shit is fake, Randall. That shit is not real. There is no mothership drone off the coast of the East Coast where all these drones are getting sent from. That is not true.
That would be a big ass mothership drone too.
It would be easily identifiable. So like from a distance, exactly.
So you think it's just perverts?
I think it's just perverts.
But what are they looking at though? Because they can't see it at night.
I'm thinking it's perverts just watching people.
But how can they
getting close to people's windows and just zooming in? That's all I can really.
But it's done at night though, so they gotta have night vision goggles though for the drone.
Drone cameras come with night vision, Randall.
David,
most cameras come with night vision. I don't know that. Your iPhone comes with night vision, my nigga.
I didn't know that either.
David,
I'm not tech savvy, bro.
I'm saying, but yeah, cameras come with night vision, so there's no extra attachment you got to put on it for them to see at night. They want to see at night, they can see at night.
Okay, there's nothing stopping them. Fair enough. I didn't know
there's
that.
There's nothing stopping them. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
No. That's why I'm thinking it's perverts, because most drones are used to capture some type of footage because they have a camera on it. But we're seeing all of these drones flying around New Jersey, and we're not seeing any footage turn up of what they're actually
recording.
What they're actually recording.
Do you think so? It's like
that's why I'm thinking it's perverts, because if people are looking at shit that they're not supposed to be looking at, or shit that's inappropriate, obviously they're not going to want to share it out loud.
A combination of that and maybe just trolls, just like fucking with people, just like trying to like get them.
I can definitely see that too. New Jersey is a place where one person. All it takes is one person to fuck it up for everybody else. So if one person is just using their drone irresponsibly, it's gonna affect everybody else who wants to use a drone for other purposes.
But like, do you think people will also start to follow in that person's footsteps? Where like, if he's doing it fucked up, then other people are gonna start doing it?
Yes, because nobody's teaching how to use it properly. There's no regulation of how to use it properly.
Like ethically properly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. That's actually pretty interesting because like you said like Jersey's like one of the only states. You know what I've always thought about
Jersey is a state where it only takes one person to fuck it up for everybody else.
But you know what I always thought about when it comes to like difference between like us and like other states is like, so you know how you just said that? What about like other states and like the weird shit that they deal with, but we don't know about it because it's not like in our local news. Like local news in like Texas might be different than like local news here. There might be some weirdo in Texas doing some other shit. That,
no,
like,
absolutely, but that's none of my business. That's none of my business unless it's gonna make its way to national news. That shit ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, because like you'd be amazed at like how much local news like we get on a daily basis, but it's only in this state compared to like the other 50 states where like there's local news in like a state of Florida. It's not even just in Florida, like there's other like cities in Florida that you don't even know about.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's actually kind of interesting when you think about how small like our world is compared to like just living in the United States is.
You feel like there's so much going on in your world in New Jersey when there's a whole another 49 states doing other shit too.
Yeah, and they're twice our size.
Exactly.
And shit like that. Like the amount of news that probably happens in like California and stuff like or shit.
What? I couldn't imagine a California news outlet. Especially how big the state is. Like there's no way to break that shit down.
California, Texas.
Like you know how we got News 12 or whatever. That's
Yeah.
for New Jersey or whatever. It captures the whole state type shit.
Yeah.
And maybe even we'll mention a little bit of PA, maybe a little bit of New York, maybe a little bit of Delaware, Connecticut, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But not really. It's mostly just Jersey. I couldn't imagine going to like California or like Texas and watching a news channel for the whole state. The shit's too big.
Yeah.
It's just too big. Like my news channel in Texas would just have to be from my area.
Like
Just North Texas type
just
shit.
North Texas or like
Yeah.
fucking the Houston area and shit.
Like
that.
I don't know how big New Jersey is, but like you could probably drive through New Jersey like 5 times in the amount as it would take to go through California type of shit.
It would probably take you like, I think from the top of Jersey to like the South Jersey, it would probably take you like 12 hours to drive. Maybe.
Yeah, just about.
And I would do in California or even Texas, probably like a day, maybe even a day and a half.
Yeah, some people
North
take
California,
Some people take day trips to the like Vegas or some shit. But yeah, I would say like a day or two.
And that's actually crazy
To get through
that
California.
like when you think about how big that state is, that like the people that live in San Diego like actually sometimes have to take a plane to go up to North California.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's a fact.
We don't have that here in
That's a
Jersey.
fact.
Do we? Like we don't.
We're
not that big of a state where we have to fly from one end to the other.
No, we don't have to. We don't have
Yeah.
to. But we do have accommodations like that. Like we do have like smaller scale airports.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you were to go to like it's right in Manville actually. Yeah,
There's an airport in Manville.
There's a small scale airport in Manville.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
there is.
literally like 15 minutes from Manville. I never knew that.
There's a small scale airport in Manville. There's one in Princeton. There's one in I guess it's not small scale anymore. I guess it's not small scale anymore because they do. I don't think it's international.
No,
but Trenton,
it can't be.
But Trenton has a pretty big size airport that they do still invite smaller airplanes to.
Okay.
But once you get to like Newark Airport isn't going like
It's a national airport.
Yeah, it's an international airport. They're not flying inside the state.
Right.
They're
They don't
not
need
doing
to.
that. They're not flying from Newark
Yeah.
to Trenton type of shit. They're not doing that.
Yo, David, like speaking of flying airplanes, David, I saw online, bro. They offer flight classes.
Yeah, nigga, they're probably looking for pilots.
I'm actually about to look. I'm about to actually consider possibly doing that shit.
Yeah,
The classes are actually not that expensive. I think it's like the certificate, like the certification,
good shit to have
is like
under your belt,
under
too.
is under like $1,000 or whatever it is.
And if
It's
you
not that
learn,
expensive.
once you learn how to fly a plane, like it don't matter what kind of plane it is, like you'll be able to fly them up. Whether it's a little ass plane or whether it's one of them Boeings type shit.
No, I disagree. That like.
I mean,
same
obviously there's different
qualifications.
regulations for different things, but your pilot license is your pilot license type of shit.
So you're cleared to fly like one of those small planes that like flies to like wherever.
Yeah,
and,
you could fly one of them planes that flies from Manville to Princeton.
But then you can also potentially fly a plane from New York to Florida. That's
absolutely.
That's a Boeing.
Yeah,
That's kinda scary.
no, Boeing's more so international.
Well, like the planes that we typically
Yeah, and
fly
Boeing,
in the States.
No, I feel you. Yeah. Like a commercial liner.
Yeah. My only fear of that is like getting over like the takeoff. Like the takeoff is the one thing in planes I never liked. I was always afraid of like flying.
I feel like that's
takeoffs and shit.
I feel like those are the most difficult parts of the job. Probably taking off and landing.
Well, it's not even like the difficulty of it. Like
Because being up there,
Yeah.
maybe having to maneuver around turbulence. I feel like that's the least of your worries. You're probably only necessarily worried about an actual emergency up there if anything happened.
Yeah.
But I feel like
like a fucking bird
landing-
gets caught in the fucking engine. and shit.
Yeah, or some shit. The door flies off or some shit like that.
That would be fucking scary.
That happened on a Boeing.
No, yeah, I know that, but
Yeah.
like actually being on the plane when that happens.
Oh, no,
like,
that's fucking terrifying.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
alright.
terrifying as shit. Whatever it is, but like me, like every time I would go on a plane and they would do the takeoff, I always hated that shit because like you're not even going like gradually, like you're like flying.
Oh,
like,
no.
You're like going up like
Bro,
this
he
and
has
shit.
to pick up that speed.
Like,
in
that
order,
shit's
like if he
fucking
doesn't
scary.
go that fast, he's not gonna take off.
Right.
He has to floor it down the thing, and then once he gets to that speed, he has to pull up so he can get that thrust under the wings.
No, but that's what I mean. But like when he does that, like it doesn't go like gradually, kind of like a little bit steady. It goes like almost like 90 degrees.
Nah, I don't know about 90 degrees.
Well, like not
It definitely
literally 90 degrees.
like pulls the hell up and like
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're actually in the air.
Yeah, like it's not 90 degrees, but it's probably like 75, 80 degrees. Like that's pretty damn steep.
Yeah, no, it can be steep. It definitely can be steep.
And that shit always scared the fuck out of me. Like I hated that shit.
I think I eventually just got used to it. I feel like I've been riding.
I still don't get used to it because I don't fly that often. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't fly that often either. But I think I just got used to it, like just being on the plane type of shit.
What would you rather do? Like, do you think you could tolerate like a long plane ride or a long train ride? Because I took a train to Canada one time.
I wouldn't mind riding a train for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think I would mind riding a. I think my max on a plane is probably going to be like 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours?
Yeah, 8 to 10 hours.
What's the longest you've ever done?
Max. Probably like 4.
4? I've done 6 or 7. Flying to California. Well, that was the one I remember. I've been to Costa Rica twice. And
Costa Rica is not that far. Costa Rica is probably like 3 hours.
Well, it's right under California, though.
I know. Costa Rica.
Well, not literally under California, but like it's in Central America. That's like closer.
I'm
to
saying,
California.
but you're not. Did you go from California?
No.
You left from New Jersey.
Jersey to
So you're only going straight down.
Okay.
Yeah, you're only going like if I'm flying from New Jersey to Jamaica, it should only take like 3 hours, bro.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I probably don't remember that because I was only like 8 when it happened.
Mm-hmm. It only take like 2 hours to get to Florida, and then like that other hour just to get over the ocean to Jamaica, pretty much.
Right.
Like but 4 hours I was on a plane flying to Texas. That was 4 hours.
Yeah.
I feel like 8 to 10 hours. I probably won't get tired of. I'll probably get tired of being on the plane. Just tired of being around these individuals.
I wouldn't want to be on a plane for that many hours with people. If I had to be like that, because even flying coach for 6 hours is really uncomfortable or whatever the fuck.
Like even like I had to take a bus down south last year for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the bus ride there was 16 hours. And there were stops in between. We stopped in between at different states and had to get off one bus and get on another bus.
You went to Georgia, right?
I went to Georgia, yeah.
You went to Georgia, yeah. I got cousins down there. I need to go see and shit.
It was about 16 hours, and it wasn't.
Where did you stop?
We stopped in a bunch of places. We stopped. I think the first stop we made was in Delaware. I think the first stop was in Delaware, and then the next stop was in Baltimore.
Delaware, Baltimore.
DC or Baltimore, one of the two.
Okay, that's it.
It was definitely in Maryland. Yeah, it only took like it took maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to Delaware, and then maybe another 3 or 4 to get to Baltimore. Yeah, type of thing. And then after that, it felt like the stops came every 2 hours. So I think after that was like somewhere in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't think we went through like Tennessee or Kentucky or anything.
Why would you?
I mean, depending on the route that the bus would have to take.
But like, because what you just said, you went to North and South Carolina.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we went through those states.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't.
We didn't have to.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to anyway.
No. I mean, if it detoured that way, then what I'm gonna do? Stop the bus? Tell the bus driver go a different way?
I would say yes.
Randall, I don't drive the bus. Man, I don't make the directions.
My dumbass is not going to fucking Kentucky.
Randall, you think you about to go out? You think you about to go outside and just get called a nigger? Like
I actually do low-key kind of believe that.
That's not what's about to happen, bro. That's not what's about to happen.
In certain areas of Tennessee, that might happen.
You're not wrong. I don't agree that there's not places in this country where you can't just walk outside and get called a nigger. Yes, I do believe that there are places.
Like, dude, you went to Georgia. Like, there's definitely places like that.
I'm sure, yeah, but all the places that I seen had niggas in it, so I wasn't getting called no nigger by no nigger. So
whatever the fuck. But what was I gonna say? No, yeah, like I would. I wish I had the ability to travel more, but like I just don't have it like that, unfortunately.
I would love to travel more, man.
Yeah.
I really want to take a road trip across the country.
Like to
That would
all
be
the
so
states.
nice. I don't know. I feel like I could miss some states.
Like what? Like
I feel like I could miss some states.
Which one?
I wouldn't mind doing Route 66. That's not bad.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't mind missing some states. Like there's nothing.
So
There's nothing in
so-
Rhode
so-
Island for me.
So can you verify that? So can you clarify which states? You just said Rhode Island. So that's one.
There's nothing in Rhode Island for me.
That's one. So for what reason?
Another state that I would miss.
What's wrong with Rhode Island?
There's nothing there for me.
Nigga, that's not an answer.
Rhode Island is about a street and a half. Randall, there's nothing there. It's like I drive through, walking to Rhode Island. Thank you for visiting Rhode Island. Like, but a bit small. Like,
Okay, Rhode Island, and then what other
a bit
state?
small. What other state could I miss? I could definitely miss Montana.
Montana.
Ain't nothing in Montana but trees
And moose.
and moose, maybe.
And 13-year-olds fucking driving cars.
Yeah,
You can get your license in Montana at 13.
that's very correct. That's
Yeah.
very correct. That's a
So the-
weird ass piece of information that you just know.
You said what?
It's a weird ass piece of information that you just know.
No, it's not.
13-year-olds in Montana can drive cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck asked that? Who the fuck asked that? It's like
Yeah,
no, but in most other states, that's how it works because they're
There's nothing
they're
out
more.
there.
No, I know, and they're more inclined to actually drive these vehicles. Like they're probably driving tractors and shit.
Right.
You know,
Fair
so it makes sense for them to
So
have
Rhode
license.
Island, Montana. I'm gonna assume like North and South Dakota.
Maybe South Dakota. North Dakota is where Mount Rushmore is, right?
I don't know actually. Is it?
I feel like it's in one of them Dakotas.
It might be in North Dakota then.
I'll miss South Dakota, but North Dakota, yeah, I'll go to
Okay.
see Mount Rushmore one time.
And then probably like I'm gonna assume another one, Mississippi.
No, Mississippi is actually nice.
They racist as fuck.
Randall, you going to the wrong places. You going to the wrong places. Just because you say a state doesn't mean the whole state is inhabited by racist white people. No, there's niggas there too.
I know that.
There's niggas there too. You can't go nowhere on this planet without finding niggas. White people go to Jamaica, right? Or Africa, thinking they're about to go somewhere tropical and escape niggas from America. Nigga, there's niggas everywhere.
David, first of all, what white person goes to Africa and says we're not gonna find any black people over there?
White
What
people,
white person
white people
does
go
that?
on vacations to escape the life that they live at home, type of shit. Not expecting niggas not to be there. Randall, niggas are everywhere.
David, I understand that, David, but like, what white person doesn't know there are black people in Africa?
Okay, maybe Africa was a bad
That's an overreach,
selection.
my nigga.
Maybe I mean, now if you go into like South Africa,
David, that's 1 out of 54 countries, bro, and that's predominantly white because of fucking apartheid.
okay, I'm saying.
The other countries are fucking African, nigga.
Acting like niggas aren't still over there though.
I
I'm
understand
saying
that, but
I'm just saying. South Africa was just one option out of the many. I'm saying.
Right.
They'll go to. I don't know. I'm just about to start naming islands. Fucking Costa Rica, Barbados. They'll go to all these places trying to escape the shit they have at home. Randall, niggas are everywhere. Niggas are everywhere, man.
you would mention my country.
There's no. We're everywhere. We're so ingrained into the culture, like they can't escape us. So when I like, even if I'm thinking about a state like Alabama, type of shit, where I know motherfuckers can be racist, type of shit. I know this niggas in there. I watch Alabama every Saturday on college football. It's niggas dominating on that team.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I can't argue against
Right?
that. I'm like,
Niggas gonna dominate football regardless, type of shit. Now they are in Alabama. Maybe they were born in Alabama. Maybe they traveled to Alabama to go play football here. Either way, they're in Alabama playing football.
So what country in the middle of the U.S. do you think you would not want to go to? Like for example, like Arkansas or like Kentucky or Tennessee or even like,
I would probably say
Nebraska or Idaho. No, not Idaho.
Nah, I could fuck with Idaho.
No, like that's not really in the middle of the country though. I mean, like really, like in the center of the country, like Oklahoma.
You talking about the guy?
Yeah, Oklahoma and
Chef
shit.
guy.
The what?
If you line up there's like states in the middle of the country or whatever. If you line them up or whatever, it looks like a chef.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'm gonna assume
He's got like a hat, and you see his head, and then his body, and he's got holding the pan. I think the pan is Oklahoma.
It's Oklahoma. Yeah.
Oklahoma is the pan.
Yeah.
Type of shit.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I think Louisiana is his foot.
All right, go ahead.
Probably Arkansas.
Probably Arkansas.
Probably Arkansas. Yeah.
Yeah, they could like no go.
Yeah, probably Arkansas.
That's actually the state where the KKK was founded.
That's probably why I said Arkansas. Yeah. No, when I'm thinking Arkansas, I'm thinking like Little Rock type shit.
You wouldn't want to go there?
I mean that's Little Rock is the capital of Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I'm just based on the history that comes from Arkansas. I'm not going.
Do you think Arkansas is worse than Alabama?
Could be.
You think so?
Could be. I don't know. I don't know what it's like down there. So who am I to judge? But it could be.
What states have you been to? Because I've been.
I
to,
have been to. I've been in New Jersey. I've been in New York. I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been through Delaware. I've been to. I guess I've been through Maryland. I've been to the DC area.
Yeah.
I've been through Virginia. I've been through North and South Carolina. I've been to Florida. I've been to Georgia. I've been to Mississippi. I've been to. I think that might be it.
That's it?
I think that might be it, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Jersey, obviously. I've been to New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland. I've been to Virginia actually myself, and I've also been to Florida, and I've been to Texas and California.
Oh, Texas. That's what I'm missing too. I've been to Texas. I have been to Texas.
What other state have I been? Have I been to that's kind of crazy.
I know people from all over the place.
Have I been to Connecticut? No, I haven't been to Connecticut.
No, I haven't been to Connecticut. But Connecticut is another place that I do want to go to. I hear there's nice stuff over there.
Like what?
I don't fucking know.
So how you gonna say that?
I gotta go and see for myself. I don't know. People could be lying when they tell me this nice stuff over there.
I heard apparently they have good pizza over there. It's like a strong second to like New York style pizza. What you shaking your head for?
Ain't no strong second to New York pizza if you ain't New Jersey.
Apparently, it's just as good.
If the pizza don't come from New York or New Jersey, yo, I don't fucking want it.
So you wouldn't even try it?
Hell no.
David, you know that's a bullshit, right?
I'm not gonna qualify it as good. Like maybe if it came from a chain.
So
if I go down to Florida and they got Domino's, I expect the Domino's to be all right.
Yeah, but that's not really real pizza though.
I know, but I'm not going to nobody else's pizzeria, so Domino's is gonna have to cut it. No cap.
So which place do you think actually has the best pizza, Jersey or New York? You better say the right one.
I'm not getting in this argument, and you're not gonna make me.
What you mean?
I'm not getting in this argument, and you're not gonna make me.
Why?
Because I could go to New Jersey and get good pizza. I could go to New York and get good pizza.
That wasn't the question, though.
You're asking me which one is better. I'm not getting in the middle of this fucking argument.
You really can't answer that?
I'm not telling you I can't answer it, Randall. I'm telling you I'm not getting in this argument.
Why
about
not?
Which place has the better pizza.
Why not? You're afraid you're gonna lose?
Am I afraid I'm going to lose? What's there to lose? I'm not losing anything. I'm not losing anything. All I'm doing is inciting a war, inciting a war between New York and New Jersey about whose pizza is better. And y'all got the same pizza.
We don't actually.
Okay.
Your pizza is a lot different.
I mean, it depends on where you go.
Well, it's mainly because of the water difference.
The water?
Yeah, the water quality. That's a big factor. They say New York City has the best bagels too, and it's because of the water.
What?
I'm serious.
Because of the water?
Yeah. Apparently the water quality is different. That's why apparently they have the best bagels and the best dough.
I've never heard because of the water.
You don't think that's a factor?
I mean, I guess it could be.
I guess because like the minerals are still in the water and shit or whatever the fuck.
I ain't counting the minerals.
Damn,
I ain't counting all the damn minerals.
You can count them.
Fuck the minerals. The minerals got to do with anything.
David, it's got something to do with it.
The minerals got to do with anything. First of all, there's not even that much water that goes into making a pizza dough.
David, what? What are you talking about, David?
I'm saying, bro, when you're mixing the flour and the salt and the shit, feel me? What is the water actually doing?
David, that's an ingredient. There's difference in water quality. It's like if you have poor water quality, that plays a factor in it. Am I wrong?
I'm saying, but like, Is the water in New York and New Jersey really that different that it makes that big of a difference?
Apparently it is. Apparently it does. My mom tells me that. Is that apparently like she's been in New York for all her life. Apparently the water quality is so much different.
Water quality is crazy.
It's different apparently. I didn't know that. Apparently like New York's got like the best like some of the best water quality or some shit like that.
I've never heard New York having the best water quality.
Or something.
I don't even think motherfuckers in New York drink the tap. So that's cap. That's got to be cap. I don't think New Yorkers drink tap. Word is born.
Probably not.
No.
Not all.
So unless New York pizza places are using fucking bottled water to make their pizza, then that shit got to go out the window. Water quality, you might have something there, but I don't know.
Apparently, Davey, like that's why they say apparently like New York City's got the best bagels too because of how they actually like cook it in that water, whatever it is.
See, but that's why I don't mind going to New York or New Jersey for a good bagel or a good piece of pizza. I can't go nowhere else for that.
You can't go anywhere else for that.
I can't go anywhere else and have it be as quality as it is right here.
So Jersey and New York got the best bagels and the best like sandwich.
And the best, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
You gotta go. You're gonna have to go to Philly to get that cheesesteak.
Well, yeah, obviously that's.
You have to go to Philly to get that cheesesteak, but ain't nobody eating that deep dish bullshit from Chicago.
You don't like deep dish pizza?
Hell no, I don't like deep dish pizza
at all.
Absolutely not. That's not even pizza no more.
What is it then?
Pie, bro. That's fucking. That's fucking. Like, why is there so much sauce, bro?
There's not that much sauce on it.
Pizza Hut don't even do that bullshit, yo. Pizza Hut got too much sauce in their pizza, and they don't even do that bullshit. What type of? No, absolutely not.
You don't like it at all.
No, that shit don't need to be that, bro.
Is it because the cheese is on the bottom? Is that maybe?
That's also another equation that adds into why it's so terrible. Like,
you don't like it at all,
bro. If I wanted a thick piece of pizza, I would get Sicilian.
Is that the square one?
The square one.
The square one.
Yes.
Okay.
If I wanted a thick piece of pizza, I would get Sicilian. I don't need no.
But
fucking...
isn't the cheese also on the bottom?
No, Sicilian is just like regular pizza. It's just thick and square. Sauce and cheese on the top.
I've had those, David, but like the cheese is not even like it's not even like thicker cheese or whatever it is. It's
kind of it's the bread is thicker. That's the difference between a regular piece of pizza and Sicilian. It's the bread.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. But like the cheese that they put on top of it is like kind of like that grated Parmesan. It's not even like the mozzarella or whatever it is.
No, it's still the same. They still top the pizza the same way they would on a regular piece of pizza. It's just thicker because it's Sicilian or whatever. Deep dish pizza is not made the same, yo. That's an abomination. No cap. No cap.
It's an abomination.
No cap. If you eat deep dish pizza, kill yourself. No, I don't want to hear that shit. No cap.
Where did you try it?
I don't think I did, and I think that's
so how you gonna judge?
That shit don't look appetizing, bro. like there's no way you're gonna convince me that shit is appetizing. Like it's the same. It gives me the same kind of off-putting look as like poutine. You know what poutine is?
Is that the fries with
cheese? Fries with cheese curds and gravy on it and shit.
I've never tried that though, but I'll be real with you. I'm not against trying it though.
It's okay, but it's not like I wasn't really out here topping my fries with shit to the point where I needed to be this fattening. Like, if my fries were getting on top of anything, it was just like a little cheese, maybe some. I don't even like what do loaded fries come with?
Bacon, sour cream, cheese, and scallions.
That's it. That's really all I need on my fries.
How does my fat ass
cheese curds and the gravy all over it? Like that's a no go, man.
And what's it called?
Poutine. Poutine.
Doesn't that word mean something else?
No, that means the dish.
It just means poutine.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of poutang or something like that.
Yeah, that one. What does that mean?
Poutang. Poutang is probably like a slang word for coochie.
So you don't. So no to tell you don't like deep dish. Oh yeah, but you're the kind of nigga that doesn't like sauce either.
I'm not. You know what?
Like,
and
I've
been trying to open up to sauce. I'm not gonna hold.
Like what's with you in that shit, bro? Like you don't like the sauce and shit.
I've been trying to open up to sauce. I don't because like that sauce definitely has its place, but it doesn't have. But I don't appreciate sauce trying to skip over seasoning or flavor. Like people think they can just throw some sauce on something and then that just makes up for everything. Like no, it don't, bro.
Dude, you've been hanging around so many people that can't cook.
No, I that's why I don't like. I know how to cook. That's why I don't like sauce. I think people are just using sauce as an excuse to not season shit.
That's my whole point, dude.
I'm not around, but I don't consume it. That's the thing. If they're using sauce as an excuse, I just don't consume it. That's the thing.
So if somebody handed you a plate of sauce buffalo wings, you're not gonna eat it?
I'm a fat ass. I'm probably gonna eat it. I'm probably gonna eat it. What is it? Buffalo sauce?
Buffalo sauce.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
You gonna eat it?
I'm gonna eat it.
All right. Barbecue sauce? You eat that?
I'm probably eat barbecue sauce. Yeah.
Lemon pepper sauce?
Yeah, that's good. I'm opening up the sauce.
That's a nigga trio,
I'm
bro.
opening up the
Like,
sauce. Look, I don't mind sauce. I don't mind sauce, but sauce is not going to be used as a substitute for seasoning and flavor in my book. What I don't do is condiments. Mayonnaise, ranch, blue cheese, mustard, honey mustard, ketchup, none of that. Tartar sauce, no.
Yo, you dead ass?
None of that.
Why?
I don't have no use for that.
What is it? My nigga, what the hell?
Don't have no use for that.
You don't like any of that?
Nah. And honestly,
Like, what's the reason why? Like,
I don't.
is it because like the flavor of it? Is it because
I just don't like
the
that taste.
consistency of
Yeah, I
it?
just don't need that taste. It's extra sauce. So
That is so weird. Like, you don't like blue cheese with your buffalo wings? That's
absolutely
off.
not.
That's off, bro.
That shit is gross.
Now I can somewhat agree with you with ranch. It just depends on who makes it and how they make it. Because some ranches are fucking nasty. I'll be real with you. Like like the ranch at my job. The ranch at my job is actually good though. I'm not gonna lie. And the honey mustard is actually really good too. And our tartar sauce is actually made in house, so it's actually really good.
It's not a condiment.
They actually use like real ingredients and shit.
I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if it was like maybe I just didn't want to make a mess.
Did you get like traumatized when you were a kid with the sauce and shit?
I did.
How?
I did. But I don't think that. I think I didn't like condiments before that. So I don't think that traumatized me more. I think I just didn't like sauce before that.
Well, let's go back to like the day.
So what happened?
Like, what traumatized?
I was probably didn't like sauce before that. But I do remember as a kid getting chased around the house with ketchup.
By who?
By my uncle and my sister.
Your little sister?
Yeah. I remember getting chased because I didn't like ketchup. I didn't want that shit around me, bro. That shit fucking stink. That shit fucking stink. I don't want that shit touching my food, touching me. Shit sticky. Like I don't want that shit. And now I'm getting chased around the house with it. Like fucking move, yo. Fucking move.
What the fuck?
I think I don't like mustard because as a kid we used to play pranks on each other. We used to be like, all right, first one to fall asleep getting pranked or whatever type of shit.
Okay.
So you fall asleep first, for me, you getting pranked. You wake up with fucking toothpaste on your face and shit. You be like, what the fuck is my fuck you guys.
Is it you and your sister?
No, this is like me and my cousins and type shit.
You and your cousins.
Me and my cousins type shit. So like, fuck around, you be the first one to sleep. You be the first one to sleep. You wake up and you got fucking mustard on your fucking forehead and shit. And I don't know why I got mustard on my fucking forehead. I just know my fucking forehead stink.
So that just scared the hell out of you?
So it just reinforced that I don't like fucking condiments. But moments like that also traumatized me to like not fall asleep in front of other people. Like,
Damn, you fall asleep around me all the time.
I know, but you be also asleep.
No, I'm not. David, when we watch UFC fights, you're actually asleep before the main event.
I know. That's because I'm tired. It's because I'm tired. But we'll be sitting here watching regular TV, and you'll be asleep on the couch.
You're right about that. Yeah, I fall asleep
on the couch. But I know you're not finna prank me when I'm asleep. Feel me? I can trust you around me when I'm unconscious.
It's your little ass cousins and shit.
Nah, it's the cousins I grew up with type of shit. We just don't like. I'm just traumatized now. Like I can't fall asleep around niggas. These niggas don't know
So
you
can't fall asleep around people, and you can't handle condiments.
Bro, I'll wake up with a fucking cat on my face, like
with a cat on your face,
like an actual cat.
That shit would kill me if somebody
They
did
had
that.
cats like that shit, like dude, cat on my chest. I'm just waking up, cat here. Fuck, yo.
Yeah. You know, cats fall asleep on you sometimes.
No, I know, and that would be fine. If the cat came up to me on its own accord and fell asleep with me, that's fine. Somebody intentionally putting this cat on me while I'm sleeping is fucking with me.
What the fuck? That's just funny as hell.
Yo, that's just the life I grew up with, yo. Cousins ain't shit.
Well, at least you know your cousins. I barely know mine.
Cousins ain't shit, yo. I swear. We used to be so bad. We used to get in so much trouble.
And what you call like the people that you lived in that house with before, are those your nephews or are those your cousins?
These are my cousins.
Those are your cousins?
These are my cousins.
Like the ones like under 10?
Yeah, these are all my cousins.
Those are your cousins?
These are all my cousins. These are all my first cousins on my mom's side.
That one little cousin of yours, bro, he be roasting you like all the time and shit for whatever reason.
These kids, it's okay. These kids are smart. They gotta learn somewhere. They gotta learn somewhere.
So they gotta learn how to roast?
You're not gonna be going to school, getting your ass roasted and coming back home crying like a little bitch.
So how about you not roast in general? You teach people to not do that shit. Why you gotta learn how to roast?
I guess I'm not teaching him. What I'm not teaching them is to intentionally degrade or say anything negative towards other people. What I am teaching them is to defend themselves.
Like verbally.
Yes.
Verbally,
if that may be the case. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Because like he be coming at you crazy and shit.
Nah, it's okay. It's
no
okay.
reason.
And I gotta come back for that ass too. He's not just about to get off calling me some type of name and I'm gonna just let it slide. Like, no. Shut your little ass up. Get yours. Get your 2-piece.
Get your 2-piece of shit.
Get your 2-piece and go on.
Mm-hmm. What's the worst kind of trouble you and your cousins got into and shit?
You mean my younger cousins or the cousins that I grew up with?
Because you grew up with.
Because the cousins that I grew up with were the ones that were pranking me, not these cousins.
No, yeah.
What's the worst thing that the boys did?
No, but like you guys got in trouble for, or like.
The cousins I grew up with?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, bro. We used to sneak out.
That's it.
We used to sneak out. Like we used to leave in the middle of the night and not tell nobody. Just to go to fucking like we didn't like, but we didn't. What we like? We had no real purpose for leaving, and plus we're like 12.
Like 12 and shit?
Like 12, bro.
So
12, 13.
You just leave?
Up in the middle of the night, not doing shit like, yo, let's sneak out. So now we're running down the street. Now we're going down the street. We end up walking to like Dunkin' Donuts or something like that and get a donut at 2 a.m. and then take our ass back home.
First of all, Dunkin' Donuts is open at this time in the morning?
If you go to a 24-hour Dunkin' Donuts, yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, like I said, we're 12, 13, so we're really not supposed to be out at this time of night. If a cop sees us, we're out past curfew and they're calling the adults.
Well, there isn't really a curfew for kids necessarily, like, not.
What do you mean?
Like, there's an actual curfew where, like, kids have to be, like, if a parent...
Yeah. There's a curfew for children. You can't be outside unattended. If you're a minor and you're outside, yeah, they about to call your parents. Because what the fuck are you doing outside?
Oh, all right.
You're a kid.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, no, kids got curfews.
I actually didn't know that there was like a legally enforced curfew and shit.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. And
absolutely.
What's the curfew time?
I want to say it's like 10. That's what that like. You ever see those commercials on like Fox?
No.
Like it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
No.
Like that was a real thing back in like the 80s, like the 90s. Like literally, adults were so tuned into what the fuck they had going on. The TV had to ask you at 10 o'clock at night. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I think I may have.
That's how often kids were just outside playing type of shit.
I think I may have
like
seen
the
that
TV had to ask you if you knew where your kids were.
So they were too busy watching TV.
Yeah.
That's some bad parenting.
That's just how the 80s was, bro.
Back when parents used to be parents and shit, they used to let their kids actually go out and do stuff.
I'm confused.
Well, no, like back like now we have like helicopter parents where parents don't let their kids actually explore and actually do things on their own. Mm-hmm. Back in the 80s, they used to do that, and then like I can see the whole curfew at 10 o'clock thing where it's like, oh yeah, like make sure your kids are actually at home because it's not curfew and shit.
I don't know if there's room to say like parents were being actual parents back then, because how does that make you more of a parent if you're being more negligent with your child?
Well,
sure, you're giving them more freedom to do what they want to do, but does that really dictate whether you're a better parent or not?
But when does that freedom turn into negligence? Is the question.
When it's 10 o'clock and you don't know where your children are.
All right, that's fair. I was just referring to like the style of like parenting where like parents they give their children a little more freedom, but obviously not.
Yeah,
reckless,
no,
not reckless freedom.
No, I can definitely understand giving your child more freedom to do the things that they want to. I just don't know if that qualifies them as being a better parent, because some parents do that and to a point where it's considered negligent, and then it falls upon your parenting because now your child doesn't have any respect for you.
And it's more of like those parents like they just like simply don't care actually about their kids or for their kids.
And I wouldn't go to say that the helicopter parents are a better example of parents either.
No, they're not,
because they're not giving their child the room to grow into the actual person that they're going to end up being.
Because parents nowadays they have this problem with like thinking that their children are always going to be children, but they fail to realize is that when you have a kid, you don't just have a child. You have
you're raising the next adult.
You know, the next adult. So you have to recognize that. You actually have to now allow them to actually kind of learn on their own and let them kind of explore on their own, where you shouldn't be on top of them every single day because they will end up resenting you because they can't do anything. But then also they end up becoming so dependent on you where they don't know how to do anything.
They don't know how to do
I literally know kids that I'm working with at my job right now that are 18, 19, 20. They literally can't like boil an egg, bro. They don't know how to work a stove.
No, I get it, bro.
Like 20-something-year-old kids, they don't know how to work a stove. Like that's actually scary.
I remember my first year in college, niggas did not know how to. There was niggas who did not know how to wash clothes.
You didn't know how to wash clothes?
I ain't saying me. I'm saying I went to college my first year, and I met people who didn't know how to wash clothes.
Okay.
I met people who didn't know how to cook for themselves.
Let me guess, are they white?
It ranged from different races or whatever, different age groups or whatever.
I've never met a black person that's ever like not knew how to like work a stove at least, or at least know how to like cook something.
Well, it depends on where that black person was raised.
Yeah,
honestly. So, but no, I've definitely seen examples of it for sure. People just not knowing simple
basic
necessities of as a human, and you know it's unfortunate. There's nothing like when it comes to preparing the next generation for the shit to come. Like this shit really does come from home.